Hi, I'm Christopher Burgon. I own and run Christopher Burgon Solicitors. We're specialist commercial and litigation solicitors based in London. This is a second video about search and imaging orders. First video tells you what they are. This second video tells you what you need to convince the court of in order to get either a search or an imaging order. There are 5 things that you need. The first thing that you need is what is called a strong prima facie case. Now that means that you must have an action against your opponent which is, according to the court, a strong prima facie case. What does that mean? Very interesting. There's lots of different definitions of how strong a case needs to be to get different types of injunctions. My reading on this particular type of injunction, a search or imaging order, tells me that I need a strong prima facie case, which means that on the evidence that you put before the court, if no evidence is given in rebuttal by the other side, that you would actually win. So that is really quite a high bar. So you want a search and imaging order, you need a strong prima facie case. Second thing you need out of 5 is you need to convince the court that the documents that the other side have, either the physical documents or the digital documents, not getting hold of those documents will cause a serious loss to you, the applicant. Now there's 2 types of serious loss you need to think about. First loss is the inability to bring the claim unless you have the documents that you're talking about. So if you can't bring the claim, then you can say, well, look, I need these documents to bring the claim. I can't bring the claim. That's a serious loss to me. But also serious loss to your business. If the documents that you're after, say, are a list of all your company's clients, then if you don't have those documents, if you can't take a copy of those documents, or if you can't physically take them out of the offices of your opponent, then that is going to cause a big significant loss to your business. So that's the kind of thing we're talking about. Second thing is you need to show that there's a significant loss. Third thing that you need to show is that the respondent, the other side of the case to your application for a search or imaging order, actually has the documents that you're looking for. You can't use this as a fishing exercise to say, well, they may have these documents, so can you please let us into their offices, let us into their virtual environments, and we'll see what we can find. Absolutely not. You've got to have evidence that the documents that you're looking for are held by the other side. Fourth thing that you've got to look for is that a real risk, a genuine risk that the other side are actually going to wipe these documents, that they're going to delete them. Again, everybody's going to say, well, of course they're going to delete them because they are incriminating, but that's probably not enough. You need to show some dishonesty on the part of the other side, or a course of dealings which shows them to be dishonest people, in which case the court will probably come to the conclusion that yes, they are likely to delete these documents if you don't take copies or get control of them. Fifth thing is damage to the opponent. If you get a search order or an imaging order against the opponent, then is it going to cause any damage to their business? Is that damage proportionate to the possible damage that will be caused to you if you don't get your search or imaging order? So there you go, there are your 5 things. You need a strong prima facie case. You need to prove that serious damage will be incurred by you if you don't get the search or imaging order. You need to prove that they have the documents you're after. You need to prove that they are likely to delete or get rid of the documents. And you need to show that any losses to the other side are proportionate to the risk that you are possibly incurring. There you go. If you think you need a search or an imaging order, or if someone's threatened one against you, we'd love to help. Please get in touch. You can go to the website, press the book a meeting button. That gets you 30 minutes of our time absolutely free. Or you can drop us an email, give us a call, and we'll call you back. Thanks very much.